Folks, it's Jim. Today I'm going to go over how I was able to pick up 7 400-watt bifacial LG panels, brand new, only with cosmetic damage that were rejected from a solar farm. Now, all told, we got about 60 panels. 50 of them we can put into service. They all spec out wonderfully. But we know what we're doing, so please know and understand that if you're ever going to try to work with salvage panels. Know that there's no insurance with them. There is no warranty with them. Don't ever put them on your house, your garage, or anything you want your homeowner's insurance to qualify for. However, for my applications, all being off-grid, I wanted to work with 400-watt bifacial panels, and here's a way for me to do it for free, okay? And these were all, again, generally 5 to 10 out of 100 panels from one of these big solar farms get rejected, okay? So they may be willing to give them to you since they have to dispose of them anyway. And if you can get most of them to work, it's not that big a deal, okay? So Adrian and I did this. He's a solar engineer, and I've been working with solar a long time and in advanced mathematics and physics and all of that. So for us, the guy who owns the farms, or putting the farms in, installing them, trusted us to know what we were doing with them. And so he let us do it. And then we cleaned the site up. So all for about 4 hours of our time, I saved myself close to $3,000. Adrian saved himself close to $16,000. And then he was giving away some of the panels as well. So, because I only took exactly what I needed. But I got the cream of the crop here as well, too. So, really nice. But there's lots of ways to get salvage panels. Now, with that, let me say in my disclaimer, do not do this, okay? It could be very dangerous if you don't 100% know what you're doing and have a complete and total understanding of how solar panels work and what can and cannot be a problem. Also, do this at your own risk, okay? That's my other disclaimer. If you even think about working with salvage panels, do it at your own risk. Safety is your responsibility, okay? Those are my disclaimers, 100% for sure. Remember about 8 years ago, something like that, I was getting into bigger panels, and one of the larger companies, reputable, put out a whole series of panels that had a bad bus bar and they were igniting on fire. So things can go wrong with solar panels. They generally don't, but things can. So know and be aware of that. And when you're working with salvage panels, you better absolutely understand completely what you're doing, okay? And again, my disclaimer is do this at your own risk. Don't do what I do what's right for you, okay? So always seek out professional advice if you don't know what you're doing. But here I've got 7 panels. 3 of them are going to run my off-grid system. I already spec'd them out, matched them up. One's going on another redneck solar tracker on a Harbor Freight trailer, along with 2 Renogy 100-watt panels at 44 volts, open circuit, 200 watts at 44 volts, open circuit, and then one more 100-watt Renogy panel. So I've got 22 volts open circuit at 100 watts for a smaller system charging and stuff like that. So it will give me multiple charging voltages and wattages, so I can be versatile and use that solar tracker to see if I like tracking the sun. And in the winter in Maine, we don't get a lot of sun, so the 3 together giving me 1200 watts by extending that solar penetration here in Maine from 4.5 hours to 6 to 8 hours in the winter is going to be magnificent. So I can actually get away with it. 1200 watts at 120 volts, 10 amps, that will be overkill for my off-grid system. So really nice. And also I can, if there's ever, I got to go to bug out or up to camp or whatever, I can simply break it down quickly on the trailer, strap the panels down, and head off up to the new location and set the panels back up in a short period of time and have a complete system ready to go. So there's several reasons why I'm running these experiments, and I don't want to spend money to run these experiments. And here we go, free panels. Again, LG 400 watt bifacial panels, and that bifacial part does work. I was getting in 545 watts on a panel. I'm like, wait a minute, this is a 400 watt panel. And then I remembered, oh, these are bifacial. And where I was testing it, there was a snowbank behind me. And sure enough, it was reflecting into the panel. So the bifacial aspect does work. However, I don't think it's going to work for most applications, all right? I just happened to have that one set up and specking it out where there was a snowbank. So I actually moved it around by my deck where you see it now when the snow went away, and could further continue specking thing out to make sure everything was okay with these. So anyway, I've got 7 of these, and that's all I wanted. Total, we had 60. And there's a lot of ways to get low-cost stuff. Remember hustling, the lawnmowers, the snow blowers, the bicycles, all that stuff, the gun safe that I got. I mean, the tables, you know what I mean? Folks, there is so much stuff out there free for the taking if we just stay alert, oriented, and aware. And into this day, we can pretty much find almost anything that we're really thinking about at extremely low cost or no cost, right? And here we are. This is almost $3,000 worth of panels for free, folks, when you add in shipping and taxes, right? So I'm really happy, and I get to work with 400 watt panels. You can see how big they are. These are 2 Renogy 100 watt panels. These are 7 feet tall, 41 inches wide. So don't be aware of that if you're considering 400 watt panels. They are huge. However, they're going to fit perfect for the applications I'm doing, and I'm so happy. The installation is going to be so simple because they're 400 watt panels. I'm loving it. But anyway, be safe out there, and check Facebook, Marketplace, Craigslist, other places. A lot of people get tired of the solar journey and they just get rid of the stuff. So you may find some equipment out there that may not be brand new, but somebody's giving it away because they don't want to throw it away or haul it off, right? So if you happen to be on the ball and can go spec stuff out, hey, you may get a whole free setup if you know what you're doing. But again, do it at your own risk, and safety is your responsibility, okay? Anytime you're working with salvage panels and all that stuff, please know what you're doing. Know how to spec a panel out before you even consider it, okay? And but anyway, and there's other things to consider too when there's no insurance and no warranty when you're working with stuff like this. So again, one last time, never put them on your house, your garage, or anything, okay? Make sure it's for off-grid applications, and do what I'm doing, like mounting them on a trailer or on a ground mount, that if something were to go wrong, I'm not going to be out all that much, right? And again, do everything at your own risk, okay? That one last time. But yeah, that's how I was able to get 7 400 watt panels for free. And boy, they're brand new LG bifacials. Incredible, folks. And I get to work with this stuff. I'm so jazzed. And I hope that along your solar journey, maybe you're finding ways to save here and there, and whatnot. And I try to do that in all aspects of my life. Just take advantage of the opportunities that lay before me by being awake and alert and into the day, right? And, like I say, there are so many opportunities to salvage panels in so many different ways out there, folks. Pay attention, keep your eyes and ears open, and ask others to be on the lookout for you as well. And we sent 2 other guys to go do the other jobs because we didn't want any more panels. We had enough. And they're cleaning up the guy's site, and they're probably going to wind up with 300 panels by the time they're done. Wow, I certainly don't want to do that. I don't need more than I need, okay? And I don't want more than I need because I'm at that age where I'm trying to cut down on stuff. But anyway, salvaging panels, continuing my solar journey. And man, I got to tell you, folks, it's been a fun ride, and I haven't had to spend a ton of money. And I didn't have some joker coming into my house selling me a bunch of crap that eventually was just going to be frustrating. And by learning and getting the knowledge and understanding and studying and, being into mathematics helps. But just getting into it, learning and coming to know and understand, I've saved myself a ton of money on my solar journey. It has not been that expensive at all. And I feel quite confident if it all goes to crap and the grid goes down, I'll still be taking hot showers. Hope you all doing well. Hope life's treating you good. Life is good. Just make it good, folks. Get out there. Make it happen. Don't sit around and be a victim. Make it happen. Jim out.